Hey everyone! Today, we're about to begin a fun and exciting journey through the world of pronouns. Yes, these are magical little words that help us avoid repeating the same names over and over. So buckle up, because we're about to explore different kinds of pronouns, and trust me, it's going to be fun. Okay, let's start with a simple example. Ria is kind. Ria helps everyone. I like Ria very much. What if I keep saying Ria, Ria, Ria again and again? Yes, it sounds a bit much. Our speech becomes boring and confusing. So instead, we say Ria is kind. She helps everyone. I like her very much. Much better. That's the magic of pronouns. They step in to make our sentences smoother. Thus, a pronoun is a word that is used in place of a noun to avoid repetition. Now, let's meet the first type of pronouns. They are personal pronouns. These are like your best friends. They replace names of people, animals, or things. Imagine this. A book is lying on the table. Do we say, the book is lying on the table, pick the book up? No, that's where we use it. We will say, pick it up, or maybe, he found a dog. The dog is very cute. We cannot repeat the noun. Rather, we should say, he found a dog. It is very cute. Similarly, Sarah is my cousin. She is helpful. And the next, you are my best friend. See? He, she, it, you. They all jump in to help us. They are all personal pronouns. All right, let's dig a little deeper into personal pronouns. Imagine pronouns are like characters in a play, and every play needs 3 kinds of characters. Ready to meet them? First, we have the first person. That's the speaker, the one who's talking. So if I am telling you a story, I'll say I, me, we, or us. For example, I am happy, or we are friends. Second, we meet the second person. This one is easy. It's the person listening to the story. That's you. Like in, you are kind. That means I'm talking to you. Third, we have the third person. They're not talking. They're not listening. They're being talked about. That's where we use he, she, it, they, him, her, and then. For example, she is a doctor, or they are singing. Let's imagine this like a mini story. I, first person, and telling you. You is, second person, about my friends Ria and Aman. They, third person, love singing. So, remember, pronouns change depending on who we're talking to or about. Isn't that fun? Let's move on to a new team of pronouns called demonstrative pronouns. These are the pointing pronouns. Yes, they help us point out things or people. Think of it like this. You're in a room and you pick up a book that's close to you. What would you say? This is my favorite book. You're pointing to something near you, so you use this. Now, imagine you see a pretty dress hanging far across the room. You might say, "That is a pretty dress." Here, the dress is far, so you use that. Let's try with more. Those are your shoes. That means shoes are far away. Here's a simple tip to remember. Use this and these for things that are near you. Use that and those for things that are far from you. Isn't that easy? Demonstrative pronouns are like little pointers that help your listener understand what exactly you're talking about. They keep our sentences clear and focused. Okay, now let's meet a special group called reflexive pronouns. These pronouns are like boomerangs. They go out from the subject and come right back. Let me explain. Sometimes the person doing the action is also the one receiving it. For example, if I bake a cake and no one helped me, I can proudly say, "I made the cake myself." Or if a girl named Mira falls while playing, we say, "She hurt herself while playing." So, when the subject and the object are the same. We use reflexive pronouns. They end with self in singular and selves in plural. Take a look at the table on screen. When personal pronouns are singular, like I, myself. When you is singular, yourself, he, himself, she, herself, it, itself. When personal pronouns are plural, like we, ourselves. When you is plural, yourselves, they, themselves. Each personal pronoun has its own reflexive buddy. And remember, reflexive pronouns make your sentences more meaningful when someone is doing something to themselves. Cool, right? Now let's practice using reflexive pronouns with some real examples. Let's go through each sentence and see which reflexive pronoun fits best. I made this cake, dash. The correct word here is myself, so the sentence becomes, I made this cake myself. She hurt dash while playing. Did you guess herself? Yes, that's right. She hurt herself while playing. We solve the sums, dash. We use ourselves, so it becomes, we solve the sums ourselves. They blamed dash for the mistake. And the answer is themselves. They made the mistake and admitted it. You should do it, dash. Here it depends. If I'm talking to one person, I say yourself. If I'm talking to a group, I say yourselves. See how the subject and reflexive pronoun are always connected? They reflect just like a mirror. Reflexive pronouns make it super clear that the action is done by and to the same person or group. Keep practicing. You're doing great. All right, now we're entering the world of possessive pronouns. These are all about showing ownership or belonging. So, if something belongs to you or someone else, you use a possessive pronoun to say it clearly. Let's take an example. This book is mine. That means I own the book. Or, is this pen yours? I'm asking if the pen belongs to you. Now, on your screen, there's a table. Let's understand it. My becomes mine. Your becomes yours. His stays his. Super easy. Her becomes hers. Our becomes ours. Their becomes theirs. Remember, possessive pronouns stand on their own. You don't need a noun after them. You don't say, mine book. Just, this book is mine. It's all about showing who owns what, without repeating names. Let's see possessive pronouns in action. This book is mine. Yes, it belongs to me. Is this pen yours? I'm asking if you own it. That jacket is his. It belongs to him. That car is hers. She owns it. Those bikes? They are theirs. That means they belong to them. See how these words clearly show ownership without repeating names? That's what possessive pronouns do. They make our language neat and clear. Now here's something new. Pronoun case. Sounds tricky? Don't worry. It's just a fancy name for understanding how pronouns behave depending on where they are in a sentence. Sometimes pronouns are doing the action, then they're the subject. Sometimes they are receiving the action, then they're the object. The case changes based on the pronoun's role in the sentence. Let's break it down in the next slides. There are two main types of pronoun cases. Subjective case, when the pronoun does the action. Objective case, when the pronoun receives the action. Let's look at examples of both to make it super clear. All right, here comes the subjective case pronouns. When the pronoun is the subject of the sentence. That means pronouns in the subjective case are the doers in a sentence. They do actions. Common subject case pronouns include I, you, we, they, he, she, it. For example, she went to the market. Here, she is doing the action going to the market. So she is in the subjective case. If you're ever confused, just ask, who is doing the action? That's your subject pronoun. Now let's look at the objective case pronouns. These are the ones who receive the action in the sentence. Words like me, you, us, them, him, her, it are in this group. For example, the teacher called him. Who received the call? Him. So him is in the objective case. These pronouns usually come after the verb or preposition. Easy peasy. Here's a common mistake many kids make. Let's clear it up. When using pronouns with other names in a compound subject, always use the subjective case. So, it's correct to say, Ria and I are best friends, but Ria and me are best friends is wrong. Why? Because I is the right subject form. Same with this. Aman and I went to the library, not Aman and me. Always use I when it's part of the subject. Got it? Great. This slide shows a super common mistake. She invited Rohan and I. Sounds okay, but it's wrong. Here's the trick. Try removing Rohan and say the sentence. Would you say, she invited I? No way! You'd say, she invited me. So the correct sentence is, she invited Rohan and me. Always use the objective case after an action verb like invited. So remember, it's me, not I in such sentences. And that's it. We've covered all the amazing types of pronouns, from personal and reflexive to demonstrative and possessive. We even explored how to use them correctly with subject and object cases. Great job sticking with me. Keep practicing, keep smiling, and soon you'll be a total pronoun pro. Thanks for watching. See you next time.